Hey everybody, and welcome to our Go With Us Elevated Experience group. I wanted to drop some information that I was reading from EULAR here. I was reading their press releases. So they have some press releases on specific sessions that they have going on. And so one that I was reading was about organ damage in children with lupus. And so they did a whole study of about 430 children in the UK who have lupus, and they did the study over 46 months and found that 23% of them ended up developing organ damage. And they found that three things were linked to the development of organ damage, which are corticosteroid use, such as prednisone, the average global assessment score, or average physician's global assessment score, or the PGA score, which is a tool to measure disease activity through symptoms, physical findings, and some lab results, and the average SLE disease activity index score, or the AMS score. And this is a tool to measure severity of disease by evaluating symptoms, physical examination, and lab results. They look at fever, ulcers, rash, joint involvement, kidney function, and blood abnormalities. Basically, those two tools do the same thing of trying to find the severity or the disease activity, but they have different criteria of how they judge that. And basically, once they did this and analyzed it, the children with moderate to high disease activity, 28.1% experienced damage, with all three of those factors being major predictors. But with children with low disease activity, 20.5% of them experienced damage, and the same predictors were major factors except for the AMS score, the last score. And so basically what they said is the conclusion is that overall, limiting the doses of corticosteroid use can help to prevent disease progression to organ damage. And although corticosteroid use is obviously necessary to help maintain low disease activity, basically trying to find the lowest effective dose is really vital in helping to prevent that organ damage in the future. And yeah, I just wanted to drop this little video to let you all know of something that I was reading up on. I'm going to try to do a few more maybe tomorrow and see if any of the other reporters can do some with me. But yeah, I will also send the link to the actual press release here so you can read it if you'd like. And we'll see what other things start coming up in the next few days until we get full access to all of the sessions. But I just wanted to make sure that we're doing what we can with what we have and trying to interpret these different sessions and studies and all of the research that's been going on. Super excited for all of the learning that's going to be happening in the next few days. Drop some questions here if you have any questions. I myself was a child with lupus, and this was a cool first one for me to go and dive into. I definitely used a lot of corticosteroid use when I was younger. When I was 8 years old, I even was on 50 milligrams of steroid or of prednisone for an extended amount of time, probably about three to 6 months. And so maybe they didn't have to give me that high of a dose in order for it to be effective, and maybe they did, but it would have been nice to see if a lower dose could have also been effective, because eventually at 22 years old, I did develop lupus nephritis, or kidney involvement with my lupus. So that's something to think about and just know that maybe really trying to limit the amount of steroids and trying to use the lowest dose could be beneficial in the future.